All right. All right. And away we go. We're back with a little bit of modern action here on the Mana Symbol channel, and we're playing a bit of Grixis Whurza on this lovely Friday night. A little Friday night magic for you. So for anyone who does not remember this deck, it had a reasonable performance just a couple of weeks ago. It is an artifact-based combo deck featuring Urza Lord High Artificer. It's a 4-mana 1/4 creature with all sorts of wonderful abilities that goes infinite with Sword of the Meek and Thopter Foundry. Then we're playing a shell full of tutorable artifacts around that, including Pyrite Spellbomb, Nihil Spellbomb, and Aether Spellbomb. Some Chromatic Stars, some Witching Wells, Pithing Needle in here as well, and Damping Sphere and Ensnaring Bridge. Many of these things we can get with either Whir of Invention or Goblin Engineer and get them into play. So we have a bunch of wonderful tutorable silver bullets that are good ways to interact with many meta decks. We've got a light little bit of interaction in the form of Metallic Rebukes. And that is by and large most of what we're doing here. We've got Engineered Explosives to deal with creatures and Emry to recur artifacts. So got just a generally good split of cards we can play. And in the sideboard, one of the most important cards that's come out since the last time I played this deck is Feed the Swarm. This is 1 in a black. It says destroy target creature or enchantment an opponent controls, you lose life equal to permanent's converted mana cost. So this can get us around things like Rest in Peace, where otherwise Grixis would have problems doing that. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this newish version plays out. So let's hop into some Modern and see how she goes. And then after this one, we're either going to play some Teamer 80 card Song of Creation nonsense, or maybe a little bit of Legacy Mono Blue Urza. So stick around for that if you are so interested. Let's rock and rumble. I won the die roll. Well, that's the best. 0 lander, not the best. Mistyping, also not great. Alright, let's ship that. Alright. It's not perfect, but it has things going on. I think we just ship Urza here. Just send him away for now. And then we will find our way to him. I suppose I could ship the Nihil Spellbomb instead, but in the dark I like having things I can play. So we're going to lead on Witching Well and see how we end up getting set up. Opponent also mulled to 6, so that's nice. Nope. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get my head in the game. Gotta get my head in the game. Yeah, that'll do. So let's put that on the top right where it is. And then next turn we're gonna play Spire of Industry, Nihil Spellbomb, Emry, and then mill the sword, and then the Goblin Engineer can get mill the Thopter Foundry. No, mill the sword, and then we just have to find a Thopter Foundry. Oh boy. Well, on the plus side, this is the kind of matchup that can be defeated by simply assembling Thopter Sword. So, and taking as little damage as possible in doing so. So, we might be in business here. Obviously, we would prefer to mill, or we want to draw Thopter Foundry or get it into play somehow without having to play it out of the graveyard, as playing it out of the graveyard is not always guaranteed. Green-red. Let's see some wild Nicotals. The cat. The Nicat-Tal. Bring it on. Yeah, cast your light up the stage. Go 4th. Or 5th, I don't care. Hey, it's light up the stage. Well, we haven't taken too much damage yet, so that's nice. Yikes! Is it Teamer? Teamer Prowess? Wild. Okay. Well, I'll take it. I'm not mad about it. I'm just disappointed. Play the Bauble. Play the Delta. Yeah, we're just going to make it so they have to kill both of our creatures next turn to stop me from assembling Thopter Sword. So we're going to bury Thopter Foundry here. And then we have a number of different outs. I don't think that there's anything better to get here. Like, I could get EE for 1 and then immediately play it out and pop it next turn. And that sort of insulates us from a lot of what they can do. But then if they get the Stormwing entity into play, that's going to be a hassle. Or we can get the bridge here. And again, they're forced to kill both of my creatures. But then if they can do that, we end up kind of up a creek. So it's kind of a 6 of one, half a dozen of the other situation here. We do get some extra draws. So yeah. Because we know they have Lava Dart, and they can play in flashback Lava Dart to kill one creature, so they only need one removal spell to kill the other. Whereas if I get Engineered Explosives, I have guaranteed value here. I don't know, this is a pretty tricky choice, and most of this game might depend on it. I think leaving Thopter Foundry in my deck is fine. So we'll put the EE in there. Even if they kill my Emry in response to me fetching, we're okay. We still get to play the Engineered Explosives. So. And we'll pop the Bauble on their upkeep. If I was able to keep any mana up, I would have popped the Bauble on my turn, because we are playing Metallic Rebuke in this deck. Light up the stage, okay. Well, that incentivizes them to reserve a mana for light up the stage, but that probably is not going to affect this game state too much. The biggest win for us would have been if they were not, if they didn't have another land. As it is, they'll probably go Lava Dart, flashback, Lava Dart, play Storming Entity, but I'm not sold on that. Going to combat, huh? So they want to get the free light up the stage rather than casting the Storming Entity. So we should see. Oh boy. Okay, they might try to kill us here. And by try, I mean they might have done the math and we might now be dead. So 4, 5, 6, and then Lava Dart could be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. So depending on what the last two cards in their hand are, we might just be dead here. We know one of them is light of the stage, so we might be going to 4. Or I guess they could just stop here and play Storming Entity. If I were them, I would flashback the Lava Dart and then connect here. They did not. They're going to play the Stormwing Entity and go for more damage next turn. This is a little sketchy from my opponent, because I think if they had just flashed back the Lava Dart there, they would have basically been locked in on winning. But what are you going to do? Hey, we top deck Thopter Foundry. Okay, so I want to pop my Engineered Explosives this turn, but I also want to be able to block Stormwing Entity, and I can't guarantee do both those things. At minimum, they can go Lava Dart and crack me for 4 with Stormwing, unless I'm making Thopters. If I'm making Thopters and I block with Emry and or Goblin Engineer, that might put me in a better spot. So we're going to have to kind of sack our board to stay alive here, but I'm pretty sure that's the right way to do this. So we'll just cast Thopter Foundry and pass the turn. I don't even want to tap Emry for anything here, because ideally what we're going to do is go block both of their creatures with Emry and Goblin Engineer, and then we need to make sure that we can block the Storming Entity with a Thopter. So they need an awful lot of burn to guarantee a kill here. Okay, they're Manamorphosing first, which means they need to draw burn spells if they want to. But what they can do is Manamorphose, then they can flashback Lava Dart to ping me, then cast Light Up Stage, and they will have access to the maximum number of cards before they make any meaningful decisions. I'm totally open information here, so the only thing they don't know is my potential top deck, but... Oh, I really should Nihil Spellbomb them. Huh. Yeah, getting rid of that Lava Dart would have been a big deal. What are they? What is that targeting? Swiftspear? That's fine. Oh, maybe they have Crash Through? But if they have Crash Through, we still have our Engineered Explosives. Now they're flashing back Lava Dart, targeting me. Okay, going to 6 here. They have to have a Crash Through for this to be the win. If they do, they've got it totally locked up. But one of the cards in their hand is Light Up the Stage, so they've got 2 cards left. If one of them is Crash Through, they're golded. Stormwing, perfect. So we're good. We will live here. And we actually don't need to toss both Emry and Goblin Engineer under the bus, so that's great. So we'll get to keep our Emry. Lurker of the Loch she is. We'll sack Witching Well. Always yield. Oops. I wanted always yes, but actually I don't think you can because it's a new object every time. I don't remember, but it's all right. All right. Go on to blocks. So we go block, block, block. Okay. So we'll just play out Bauble because it's free. So we'll play out our Bauble. I think I'm just going to nuke their graveyard right now. Nope. I need all my mana. The Bauble is the only... Or, no, that was the only 1 mana artifact I had, so we'll just crack Engineered Explosives now and pass the turn. We have 2 Thopters to make. It's pretty much guaranteed that they can't kill me with what few cards that they have. So we'll see if they can dig their way out of this. One of the cards in their hand is still light up this stage, so they're going to have to pay full retail on it right now, which is sweet. Teamer prowess, huh? I don't know. Bolt. Me. Okay, yeah, this is just to get the cheaper light up the stage. That's fine. I get to keep my Emry. This is acceptable. Yep. What do you got? Bolt and Blister Coil wheel. Weird, but no mana. So Emry will not be long for this world, but that's totally fine. Wooded Foothills coming off the top from my opponent. No problem for me. Whir of Invention. It's not super useful, but the Metallic Rebuke is nice. That means I can probably protect my Emry. So let's get out just the Bauble. I want to kind of keep myself appraised of developments from my opponent. Chromatic Star is basically 1 mana, draw a card. If I want to Whir right now, I have to ding myself with Spire. Well, I guess I could use the Star, but I really don't want to Whir right now. Well, I guess I can just Whir for Bridge at the beginning of combat, because I know they're about to draw Wooded Foothills. If I Whir for Bridge, they can't attack with their storming entities, so that feels pretty good. But if I Whir right now, then I can't Metallic Rebuke the Lightning Bolt, so this turn is going to be Metallic Rebuke the Lightning Bolt, and then make 2 Thopters block, and then next turn we'll Whir for Bridge, and that should lock this game right up. Oh. This is fine. Boing. Yay! We did it! Yay, magic. Alright. Galvanic Blast seems good. Dreadbore seems great. Spellskite seems okay. Blood Chief's Thirst, yeah. And then I think that's it. Pithing Needle is next to useless, I'm pretty sure. And then maybe just all the Metallic Rebukes don't seem particularly great here. Kind of excited about pretty much everything else. Alex is excited about our victory. Yeah, I think this is where we want to be. You're drinking about the U.S. Supreme Court ruling. In celebration? What I heard sounded good. Yeah, that was the one that turned down the whole Texas deal. Yeah, actually this hand is kind of a banger. 2 pieces of interaction. Monday, the Electoral College votes, and it's over. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was saying to people today, is like the batting average for those poor Republican bastards was so terrible leading up to the last couple days that I didn't feel too worried. And obviously I'm worried. Like, obviously there's still some level of stress because, you know, insane people are involved. But, yeah. They said they didn't have standing. Alito and Thomas would have heard it, but agreed no standing. So basically they just threw it out. They were like, this isn't even worth talking about. Turn 2 Swift Spear. Okay, so they just drew that. So this is unlikely to kill that creature. Okay, they have a light up the stage. So they multi 5 here, but that's a pretty damn good 5. Copperline Gorge and Scale Up is not a good pair of cards to draw here, though, because if they don't have a 0 mana... if they don't have a 0 mana pump spell, my Pyrite Spellbomb can kill the Swift Spirit. That said, I'm just not going to take any chances, and we're just going to drop Dreadbore on him. On her. Bye, Taylor. Grixis Urza, I think you mean Mishra. I wish that was what it was. That would be so sweet. Fun fact, I played a modern deck with Heartless Summoning and Mishra Artifact Prodigy. Would you like to share that with me and perhaps the people of Faithless Brewing? Because Heartless Summoning just won their vote. And that's, okay. Nice little 2-0 there against Teamer Prowess. On dice. On this. On dints. On dints. Odin's coming in with the hot jokes. Hope you're having a good Friday night. Apparently we are so far. Can I have Faithless Brewing Discord link? You need to at least give them $5 a month. I can't. I could link you to the server, but it won't let you in unless you give them a minimal amount. So you could just give it to me if you want, and I can pass it through. I mean, they've already recorded the episode, but yeah, we're going to keep this in the dark. This hand is fine. Can do. Thanks, Mr. Meeks. One of the win cons was Bitter Ordeal. Exclamation point card, Bitter Ordeal. Oh, okay, this commander card. So that's for Legacy, or... No, is this the one that's from actual factual future site? It is, okay. Search target player's library for a card and exile it. That player shuffles their library Gravestorm. Okay. Trying to brew with Mishra, but it's a head scratcher. Yeah, it's future site. Yeah, I figured it out. Okay, so totally in the dark here. I think we'll just go... My main deck doesn't have any black spells in it, I think. Other than Thopter Foundry. So, yeah, we're definitely going tap red, blue, Bauble, pass the charm. Just in case we're against someone who's rocking in here with the Thoughtseize as part of the black mid-range cabal. $5 says it's Jund. The most popular, most stable deck in all of Modern. So, how were you... Oh, because Gravestorm... Got it. Okay, I see what you're doing. So you've got some kind of combo that creates tokens and feeds them, or loops an actual creature through... Yeah, Mirror Retriever. Yeah, there you go. So you play Mirror Retriever, it dies because... And for 0 mana... It dies and picks up another Mirror Retriever. Perilous Mirror? Is that not the 2 mana 1/1 that when it dies it shocks? The thing that was a draft bomb? This is before Tribute Mage. Oh yeah. And before Goblin Engineer, I assume. Venser, Shaper, Savant. So most likely gonna be Bant if Emry. Okay. How hard am I going to get tempoed? Asking the real questions. You might literally want to put that together. Yeah, certainly an option. Okay, am I jamming Thopter Foundry here? I think I am. There we go. I don't think they can do anything about that. Okay. Spell Snare. I really hope I don't get Spell Snare. Nope. Alright. Just getting that F6 equity. They may have main deck Knight of Autumn, though. So, we will have to contend with things like that. All right, let's go Star. Glimmervoid, Spellbomb. And we're gonna... I don't have enough mana to do what I want it to do. But I don't really have any target for Pithing Needle, so I'm just gonna pass the turn. Oh, we can just sack the Chromatic Star and make a Thopter and draw a card. Sounds sweet. I'm not sure if I want to cheat in big artifacts with Mishra or many small ones. What does he actually do? Card. Mishra, comma, Artificer Prodigy. Is that right? Yeah. So 1 blue, black, red, 4/4 legendary human artificer. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you can search your graveyard, hand, and or library for a card with the same name and put it on the battlefield. So if you play a Bauble, you can get a Bauble. Oh, that's not okay. But we do get to sack our Thopter Foundry in response, and we have another one sitting right here. So it doesn't get exiled. So while not my favorite thing, I will take it. Cool. Oh, well, that, yeah, okay. That's a card. So I think while my opponent is tapped down, we'll just play Bridge, or just get the other Foundry out. I don't know, they're both kind of appealing here. 2 Mox Ambers. Oh yeah, you play a Mox Amber, get another Mox Amber. Well, I would assume the best thing to do is cheat in many small artifacts, but to what end, I don't know. Alright, we'll play the Thopter Foundry here, and we'll just pass the deck back over. Pass the turn back over. I really hope this Pithing Needle has text at some point. I would like that. I should have left open a black there, in case I want to crack the Nihil Spellbomb. So I definitely tapped my mana wrong here. I should have tapped Steam Vents and Blood Crypt. I guess I can filter through the Chromatic Star if I want to Spellbomb. Uro. Well, I definitely want a Spellbomb. I don't need to do it now, though the Ephemerate deck is much worse at escaping Uro than most decks. Oh, the Skyclave Apparition doesn't fly. I should have attacked. 10 out of 10 should have attacked. This stupid thing. Clearly flies. Clearly flies. Let's be real, folks. I'm not saying the card needs to be better. I'm just saying it's clearly flying. Trigger. So yeah, I've left myself in a shitty situation here where if they do have a removal spell for a Spellbomb there, we get wrecked. Well, we picked up Whir, which is kind of hot because that will get me Sword of the Meek. Bonk. We just need to find a window where they're tapped down, and hopefully they don't have Force of Negation. I would assume they're not playing Force of Negation in their main deck, but they could be. And then, are we going to see Surprise Snake here, or just a tap land? Because they definitely play Ice Fang Quaddle. Alright, so from here on out, I'm assuming they're holding up Fencer some percentage of the time. We just need to watch for their trying to escape Udo. Titan of Nature's Wrath. Udo. Salvage Titan seems nice with Mishra and a bunch of eggs. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, I can loop Nihil Spellbomb at an EOT for 4 mana, can't I? That's kind of hot. I'm going to do that. Am I going to do that? I think I'm going to do that. But do I actually want to hit their graveyard with it? Or do I just want to... I think we just loop the Spellbomb for a Thopter. So we go 1 mana, crack the Spellbomb, then reset it. Oh, but I can't draw a card, so it's 5 mana to do that. That's very expensive. I suppose I could just shoot their thing, draw a card, and then reset it. That's what I'm going to do. Just to get rid of the Uro, and it's kind of a sweet way to spend my mana for the moment. We want to reset it now. This is cool. I'm happy about this play. Academy Ruins is a sweet Magic the Gathering card. Dear opponent, I have many things. Sure. I have a mana floating. I also have a second Thopter Foundry in my graveyard right now, so... But this does mean that until their next upkeep, I'm just not going to play like anything. So that when the Skyclave comes back, they'll probably just choose to go after my... That's a good draw. Choose to go after my... What do I want to say? Words. I have the best words. So during their upkeep, they're going to flicker the Skyclave. And when they do that, I'm going to get a 2/2, and then they're probably just going to exile the 2/2, which is fine. I actually have relevant cards that I would prefer that they not get to take. So you're going to play Venser? Okay, we're going to counter that. Boop. Get out of here. Salvage Titan seems nice with Mishra and a bunch of eggs. Yeah, that's an option. That's an option. Because that's a large creature that's basically free. You could also do... What is it? Metalwork Colossus, I guess? Oh, they have to target immediately. That's hilarious. So they're just like not getting anything out of that rebound. That's sick. So I just have to hope that their hand isn't too good right now, but they will not be escaping Uros anytime soon. And that's a Sword of the Meek that I just drew, so... Seems good. Seems like we might be able to win this game. Okay, passing it back, huh? All right. Combat. Get 'em, boys. Doodly doo 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 doo. All right. I think we're just gonna play Pyrite Spellbomb. Arr. Because at the moment, we're just winning on beatdown. And then if they ever tap down poorly, we can whir into something devastating, or... I say devastating. There's not really that much we can whir into that's better than what we've got going on right now. Just gently beating them to death with some Thopters. I mean, yeah. Okay. You got it. Resolves. You can play Healing Salve for 3 mana. Sorry, Revitalize. Revitalize is the name of that card. We do want to get a Nihil Spellbomb back into play because they can try to go infinite with Time Warp. Are there artifacts that get better in multiples? There's things like Assembly Worker, I feel like, has some kind of line of text about that, but they're not usually very good at all. So yeah, I mean there are some, but I don't know if any of them are worth playing. So we are going to keep attacking into their open mana here. Depending on how far they're willing to tap down, they might get really, really punished for it, and we are super okay with that. I'm going to tap my Academy Ruins right off the bat here, which is definitely not the right choice. I don't know why I did it. It's because it's the only thing that taps for colorless mana, I guess. Okay, so they're going to try to protect their Uro here, which might be horrifically punishing for them. We'll see. Power Stone Shard? Yeah, Power Stone Shard. There you go. Now you're talking. What are you doing, opponent? My opponent does not know what they want to do. Okay, they're filtering. Remand. Sure. Don't know why they made that so hard on themselves, but whatever. They put remand on top, okay. Force negation. Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, that'll get my Nihil Spellbomb gone forever. Sure. And then they've got a remand on top of their deck. That's fine. I guess I have to hope that they don't have another Skyclave apparition right now. We can always get Aether Spellbomb for Uro, although... yeah, no, Aether Spellbomb for Uro actually works really well right now because they are not, like, burying cards at any kind of appreciable rate. So, they really can't escape it again and again and again or anything like that. Okay, that's a pretty good one. They get back Force Negation? Yeah, fair enough. So, I think our plan right now is just keep playing artifacts and just beat them to death. So, I'm going to play Pithing Needle. And we'll just name one of their fetch lands. I don't think they have any creatures that actually have triggered abilities. The reason I'm playing this card right now is so that I can turn it into a Thopter, I think. And then so they have Force and Remand. And then they can block the Eternal Witness here, but I don't really mind. Get cracking in. I suppose I can totally stop them from attacking here. Because what we're going to do... Well, it depends on how they... No, we can just start threatening to turn off their attack step. Let's play Sword of the Meek. They'll probably just force this. They should just force this. Maybe they'll remand it and then force the second time. But if they want to do that, I would just not play it, I think. I could jam Bridge here. I should jam Bridge here, or I'm putting something back on top. I think I'll just put Chromatic Star back on top and do a cantripping Thopter next turn. So... Oh... Yeah, I am punished for not leaving up blue, which I'm pretty sure I could have done. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, so they get back Force, and they're probably also going to get back Uro. They could get back a land. We'll see. Or they could Skyclave target my Foundry again. I might do that. Does put them on the highway to the danger zone, though. No, they're... Okay. Oh, they're going to pick up the Ephemerate? Yeah. Well, that's just rude. So they still have Force Remand. So sure. Force Remand, Ephemerate, and 1 card. So the 1 unknown might be super significant here. Yeah, that's it's pretty significant. So right now they can pitch to Force. Okay, that's bold. Because if they miss another land, they'll be forced to pitch. But okay, they did. Good. Yeah, let's put the star back on top, I guess. Oh, I can get Pyrite Spellbomb sitting in play, and that can shut down their Ephemerate looping. So that's hot. Also, I can do the same thing with Aether Spellbomb. Oh yeah, baby. Gaining that life. Tapping the Inventors Fair because I'm very unlikely to have enough mana kicking around to be able to activate it. If they pitch to force this, and if they pitch something that... Did they pitch? They pitched the Remand. Okay, so now they shouldn't have one. So... So they have Ephemerate plus 1 card right now. So... If they... If they go for an Ephemerate at end of turn, we're just going to whir in response and grab Sword of the Meek. We should be able to overcome them at that point. I think that's the best thing to get. They just have to make one mistake here and we're basically good to go. Yeah, there it is. Oh, they're going for the Skyclave. So I guess if I grab Aether Spellbomb response, that doesn't help me out so much. That's a shame. So I can get Sword of the Meek and then make 2 Thopters. And that we might be able to just get over the hump that way. And I think this is the best line, so we're going to do it. Okay, so they're targeting Thopter Foundry, so response will go sack Sword of the Meek. Get a Thopter, sack Thopter Foundry. Yes. Boing! Alright. The Air Force grows. Do 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 do. And we will bleed our opponent's clock as deep as we can here. I think they basically have to Ephemerate an Eternal Witness here. They could go for the Skyclave Apparition, but did they just cast on nothing? They did do. I'm pretty sure that'll be a concession out of that one. Time Raveler, sure. Bounce Witness. Bounces Sword, sure. The Force is still in their graveyard, so... And we just send one Thopter to Fairy and we kill him. Ah! We're still shutting down their Misties. Wall of Omens, good draw, good draw. They're cantripping. They're cantripping through time. Okay, that's a shame. That's a shame. Okay, so I definitely want Ashiok, I think. And Aether Grid, probably. I don't know if we want, like, Thoughtseizes. They're definitely going to play Veil of Summer, right? So instead we should get, like, Galvanic Blast and... Ephemerate a creature you control, so Spellskite is no good there. Dreadbore is a sorcery, that's no good. Feed the Swarm and Bloodchief's Thirst are both sorceries, that's no good. I think this is probably everything that we can board in terms of boarding out, don't think I need so many engineered explosives. This all Pithing Needle is probably generally not great, and then I don't think I want Damping Sphere. I mean, we'll find out, but all right, I'm happy with this. It's a rock and rumble team. Sure. It's not great, but I've got all my colors. It's also not a particularly aggressive deck from my opponents, so. And we're going to try to be very clock conscious here. Okay, I can pop this Bauble on their turn because next turn I'm just going to play Inventors Fair and have Metallic Rebuke up for their turn 3 play. So that's good. I like that. Yeah, let's get that guy down. We actually drew an Urza this game. I haven't seen him in a while. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Long time. Deckard Cain. I was pulling up my soundboard and I remember the first sound I ever had on my soundboard was Deckard Cain. Stay a while and listen. The good times. First list looks real bad. Well, take your time, buddy. All right, I'm not playing anything here. I'm good to wait. Coiled like the mighty butterfly. My kingdom for Mox Opal. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Second Metallic Rebuke. That's not bad. .jpg. Oh, maybe they're just gonna like slow roll out an Uro. But I have a Nihil Spellbomb in play, so we're gonna be okay. Venser. It's gonna bounce one of my lands. I don't really feel like it. What if I improvised a solution? Okay. Land? Actually, land really doesn't help me that much. Sword is fine. Sword gives me something to cast here that doesn't leave me tapped down. Tapping my Spire of Industry was a terrible choice. Terrible choice. Don't do what Donnie Don't does, people. Just don't. Please cast Force of Negation. I accept. Really? Okay, so they must have Skyclave or something. We're not SOL on Spellbomb here, but it's definitely not ideal. Okay, my opponent's flooded. The downside of that is Metallic Rebuke is getting worse and worse. There's the Skyclave Apparition that I can't counter. Well, I guess I'm losing my sword. Oh. Very well. Stupid card. Alright. Do I want to draw an extra card right now? I do, but I can wait until I untap. Land. 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 That's what we wanted to see. Urza. Lord High Artificer. Which can, of course, be exiled by Skyclave Apparition, which is just so not okay. It's freaking brutal. Okay. Don't veil me, bro. Brozette, brobot, bro they. Don't do it. Have a heart. Don't veil me. Sick. Mystical Dispute. No. No. Wait. Oh, it's going to be Emry. It's going to be even worse. Jesus. Oh, Path. Okay, not quite as bad as I was expecting. I will take that. I will take that. And I got a robot friend. I love my robot friend. And I've got an active Inventors Fair, not the worst. Okay. I need triple blue here. So, yeah, that's the only way to tap for triple blue and then also have a black up. This, unfortunately, while it makes my construct a 4/4, is also going to make my construct not able to attack. Remand. Sure. Wait, okay. Let's attack now. Beats? This is how we won last game, right? We just killed them? Let's just do that again. Why was I even trying to cast this Ensnaring Bridge? Obviously a misplay. Wall, sure. Interesting. Okay. Zug zug. Alright. Now we are cast the Whir. Not exactly sure what I'm going for here. Assuming that this resolves, I actually don't know what I'm getting. Probably Thopter Foundry. But this is really a bait so that I can cast this Ashiok. Again, to what end, I'm not sure. Okay. So, cast that. Now it's big enough to get over the wall. Tear down the wall! Oh, we did tear down the wall. Sick. I kind of want to Ashiok and bounce Skyclave just because it's like the most mana efficient play. Yeah, it's a 1-for-1, but it gets me a 2/2 beater, and they're at 8, so it feels like mostly upside. They have to exile a card from their hand, which was Wall of Omens, sure. Yeah, it's not a great card to have right now. So they probably just throw down Skyclave and exile my Construct, which is, I guess, not the best. I just wanted to make sure that I got some kind of card value out of my Ashiok. Can't. Why not? Skyclave is non-token. Oh! Oh! This is what I get for not reading cards that are obnoxious that I don't want to play. I know it's 4 CMC or less, so they can get Urza, but they can't get Ashiok. So Ashiok is actually kind of sick sideboard tech in this deck. I just hate it, and I don't know how to mess it up. Torpor Orb? Torpor Orb's a pretty good card. They're going to go after the Nihil Spellbomb, right? I don't know why they overpaid. Yeah, well, I think this deck list could have a Torpor Orb in the 75. I don't know if it needs to be in the 60, but it definitely should be in the 75. Yeah, we're forced to exile their graveyard here, but that's not the end of the world at all. They scoop. Brutal. As I learned the other night, not everyone is Aspiring Spike, and that's okay. Yeah, Torpor Orb hoses humans, goblins, the Ephemerate deck, Titans. So, yeah, baby. Oh, Punchworthy, Larynx Punchworthy. I was hanging out in Spike's chat earlier today, and you were there. 3-hour leagues. Not with Wurza. Not with the first match here was super quick. Super quick. I miss Teamer Urza so much. So much. And apparently there's an okay soul type build. Because it has the combo. But the downside of that is that it plays out of the graveyard too much. Although most other people aren't packing as much graveyard hate as we are. This hand is great. Luris. Okay. Yeah. I'm totally off of Hoagland since he stopped doing Magic, which is fine. You know, I was in it for the Magic. I never made any illusions about that. So I like the guy. I think he's a great streamer and a great personality, and I think he has good thoughts about Magic, but I haven't even watched a single anything of it. I'm sure it's a great game. I just don't care. It's like with me with Dota 2 versus League of Legends. Like, I played a game or two of League of Legends once upon a time just to try it, but like, I'm a 1 MOBA kind of guy. I'm a 1 CCG kind of guy. It doesn't matter how many problems Magic has. It doesn't matter how much better other games could be. Although I haven't seen one yet that actually impressed me. Like Hearthstone, right from the get-go, I was like, oh, it's like Fisher-Price Magic. Adorable. Okay. Opponent is probably on red-black Shadow Clave. So we're just going to try to combo as quickly as possible here. Next turn we get to play Emry, and if I don't do anything with either of these artifacts next turn, I can play Emry and have Metallic Rebuke up, so that's pretty much the best thing we can do. So we're not sacking this Bauble on this turn cycle, period. Unless they like Thoughtseize me and take away all my action. Just unlikely. Are they gonna Bauble themselves? No. Okay. Oh, I didn't lose any life on the turn cycle, so if they had a Scourge of the Skyclaves in their hand, they couldn't play it. That's sick. Oh, no, I can't Emry and Rebuke here. I don't have the colors. And there's no way I can fix that. Well, we're just going to Emry anyway, because we want to mill a, sword. Actually, our colors are slightly problematic right now. But if we mill a sword, we milled a bridge? probably not going to be good enough. Inventors Fair, about to be solid. Maybe. We'll see. It's not going to start gaining me life anytime soon because I need to Bauble on this turn cycle. And then next turn cycle, like next turn, if I draw the colors, I can play Thopter Foundry, but... Okay. How... Okay. So, yeah, that's fair. It's a Fatal Push. It's not a burn spell. So they're only losing 1 damage. 1 life a turn is big game. It's like a third of an arrow. Yes, I guess that's one way you could express it. 1/3 of an arrow. We milled our Ensnaring Bridge, and our colors are terrible right now. This is not a great place to be in. Okay. This is a little bit unfortunate. Maybe more than a little. Takes the Whir. That's fair. Arrow is 3 parts, a 6/6, 3 life, and a card draw. So it's technically like 1/9 of an arrow. Thanks. I love these decks playing Night's Whisper. I love that those decks are playing Night's Whisper. That's so sweet. All right, let's draw exactly what we need. Bang. Nope, that is not exactly what we need, but it's not totally unsalvageable. Oh, maybe we'll top deck a land right here. Island. Oh, sure. No, let's do this a different way. Okay, bang. I said bang. I'll take it. Do I want to sack the Bauble? I might need it to be a Thopter. Night's Whisper is just a good card. It's been underrated for a long time. Yeah, it's slow though. Yeah, I feel like Shadow, like 4-color Shadow would have been like the best possible home for it, and they just didn't have room. But I guess the Lurus decks in particular have changed the paradigm a little bit because they can't play Street Wraith. So I think that's probably where Night's Whisper came from, is they can't play Street Wraith and they want to play something that sort of lets them excel out of the graveyard. So that's them grabbing Lurus. Okay. So we're not dying quickly, but we are certainly going to die decisively. I'm going to Bauble here because if I don't draw a land, I'm in trouble no matter what. Yikes. That is an unbelievable top deck. That was very, 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 very good. Question is, do I want to draw a card off of it, or do I want to scry 2? If I scry 2, I start gaining a life next turn, so let's scry 2. And then, yeah, that's pretty good. Do I bottom the Urza? Because... No, next turn we draw the Swamp. And then I have Nihil Spellbomb plus Witching Well. Now I gotta bottom the Urza. Right now, the only thing we need is the Sword. Sword is the only thing that matters right now. Urza would be great, except I have nowhere near enough mana. Don't pretend to know what I'm talking about, I just say words. Hey man, I just said a lot of words too, and I have no idea if any of them are actually true in any form or fashion. Plays Lurus. What if you didn't have a graveyard? Play 1 black? I wish that I could. Don't taunt me, Moto. Don't taunt me. Why you gotta be so cruel? You're so cruel. You're so awful. Oh, we're not gaining 1 life here. Womp womp. Okay. Yep. So I'll ding myself. Jesus. Urza, she just keeps being like, pick me! Pick me! Okay. I think... Oh, I can't play an extra Thopter Foundry anyway. Even if I could, I'm pretty sure I just need to sack both Witching Wells and try to double block Luris. And if they don't have any burn spell, then they're screwed. They look super burn light. Their deck is very lean on burn spells, but I'm guessing they will finally have one exactly when it's most horrifyingly inconvenient. I suppose the smart thing to do to sort of game them here is just make one Thopter and block Luris and just assume that they're going to have a burn spell. Or they could help me out by just casting a burn spell. There we go. Or a removal spell, sure. And then that just makes it an easy choice for me. So basically we're at the point now where we just need to top deck Sword immediately into non-stop land draws. If we top deck Sword into nothing but land draws, we're good. They could have bolts. Bolt push or bolt kills me here. That's pretty insane. Bolt TBR. Okay, they're letting me block. Okay. I guess Luris is gaining them life right now, so if they actually are a Death Shadow deck, then okay. No way. Okay, perfect. Sure. Why not? Yep. Okay, so Blood Chief's Thirst, Dreadboar, Feed the Swarm. Yeah, this is converted mana cost, right? Yeah. Spellskite. And then Galvanic Blast. I don't know what else I would want here. I think this is probably most of what we want here. And then I don't think Aether Spellbomb. Pithing Needle turns off their Bauble, but also turns off my Bauble. Combo. Yeah, that's the one. Combo whore. I feel like just boarding out 4 Emrys is probably the right thing to do. Just have a stack of removal spells. No, we don't need Damping Sphere. And then counter magic's generally kind of bad here, right? Because they're just going to strip it out whenever they need to. I think this is where we want to be. Oh, we had Goblin Engineers in our deck too. Jeez, we really got unlucky. Just all the scries, and we couldn't find lands or action, really. But considering how bad our hand was, like we made it through that game fairly decently. Problem is, post-board, they're going to have a lot better tools for just crushing us into the dirt. Not that they needed any help on that one. Can't we just play 4 colors? Can't we just play Veil of Summer? Give Veil of Summer a chance. And then I'll lose to M. Hayashi's mono red for Blood Moon deck. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Exceedingly okay with losing to the best deck in the format. I say the best deck in the format. I just, he's got the most trophies, so it really... All right, let's do it. Bang. Yeah, that's banger. This is kind of as good as it gets for this deck. Okay. Watery Grave. Go. This is making me want to play blue-black Urza at some point again, see if that deck is any good. This is pretty close. We're just splashing for Goblin Engineer. Oh no, my opponent's going to have the absolute perfect opener again. Yay. No, wait, last game they didn't actually have the discard spell. They just waffled around on turn 1 with a bunch of baubles and fetch lands. Yeah. It was great. Takes the Feed the Swarm. Gee, I wonder how Blood Moon I'm about to get. Well, either way. Excuse me, I'd like to redirect your Blood Moon to my Spellskite. The greatest Canadian long-haired streamer. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Does Misplaced Ginger have long hair? Because if so, I'm in trouble. Pretty sure he doesn't. Can I get a card text on Temur Battle Rage? How you doing, Pi, by the way? Target creature. Okay, so that is not... We can, in fact, redirect Temur Battle Rage to Spellskite. Okay, and we're going to have Whir of Invention to fetch... Kim Ki Duke Death. Not sure you like cinema. I mean, I like movies. Which any cinema snob will tell me is not the same thing at all, obviously, but... Okay, so we can whir for Nihil Spellbomb and pop their graveyard if we need to. Obviously, we don't need to do that yet, but if they Inquisition we get to get them good. Good Korean director. Oh, that's a shame. World needs good people in all the arts right now, especially in the next couple of years. Thoughtseize. Well, that's a shame. I guess I just whir for 2 and just see where we go. I don't see any value in hoping that they don't take what I have. Redirect, yeah. Probably just get Nihil Spellbomb here, because it's going to draw me a card and nuke their graveyard. The other options are Thopter Foundry or Sword of the Meek. Thopter Foundry, of course, being the better value play, since we can put Sword of the Meek in our graveyard in a number of ways. So it's one of those two. I guess I have a Spellskite in play, so my Thopter Foundry is pretty safe from removal. So I might be overly concerned about this crop. Okay, well, made my decision for me. No, not Foundry. No. I'm just talking through the potential line. Yeah, exactly. Well, plus once if we get Thopter Foundry Sword going, then they Night's Whisper. Okay, if we get Thopter Foundry Sword going, then we just we will gain more life per turn than they'll be taking. Anyway, this is an unfortunate draw. Okay, we're gonna upkeep Bauble them. Hope we can pick up some mana. Crack now. Crack? What? Oh yeah, I have interaction. Sorry, I'm used to playing decks that don't have any interaction ever. You're totally right. We should have cracked that on our turn because we could draw interaction. Actually, I don't know if that's true, because we could also draw something sorcery speed that ends up just getting discarded. Although Sword is the best draw in our deck, but Goblin... I don't know, I think that's pretty 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Like, they're playing Inquisition, so we don't want to discard Urza to I didn't notice that they would be able to get the Crocs out this turn, even though I was concerned about it about a second ago. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Well, if we die, it is my fault. Yep, there goes my Urza. Yep, I was concerned about the Crocs coming back, and I totally forgot about the fact that it would do anything. Like, I was just like, oh no, they're going to get a 6/6 and beat me up. All right. One time. Hit me, dealer. One time. Nope. God bless it. Seriously? Like, come on. And there's no way they don't have removal for Emry, so there's like she's not really a card here. I mean, I guess I can redirect it to Spellskite. This Croxa is just gonna start slamming us though. I'll pay to redirect that. Actually, I'll make a Thopter. They will, of course, have the second removal spell, but... yeah, it's all about the top deck now. Second Fatal Push. Oh, no, it's a Bolt. They just left the Fatal Push on the stack because... obnoxious. Come on, deck. I just tapped on top of an actual deck. It's not this deck, but I do have this deck over there. Okay, you can resolve your Fatal Push now, friend. No? Okay. Yes, good. Got it. Sure. But they just... What happened that they didn't... okay, whatever. We're going to block now in that in future turns they could remove my Thopter and that... sure. So we're very boned. Sword or Goblin Engineer now. Okay. 9. I should not have held the land. Holding land does not prevent you from dying to Croxa. So we take 3, we go to 13. They're cracking in for 13, 14. So I have to sack my Thopter Foundry, which basically puts us on the 0 outer. Wait, I didn't mill my Ensnaring Bridge this game, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Opponent had it all. We got a bunch of awkward draws with Urzas. So once again, similar to the last time I've played Urza combo, Urza seems to be the worst part of this deck by far. It's the hardest to cast, and even when I did play him, he basically didn't do anything against the Bant Ephemerate deck. They just pathed him. And Skyclave removes it. But unfortunately, Skyclave also removes both half of your combo. But then Skyclave doesn't actually do a good job against Thopter Foundry. So once again, I am kind of thinking that I want to build a blue-black X Thopter Sword deck without Urza. Just with the Thopter Sword combo. Basically, it'd probably be like that Lantern deck that was around for a little while. Lantern, Emry, Thopter Sword. Because the Thopter Sword combo itself is very reasonable on its own. You just need to be able to beat Field of the Dead, which you can do by having Ensnaring Bridge. Although, again, then those decks often have Cryptic Command, which definitely beats you, so I don't know. Cut Urza, play KCI. I wish. I don't. I would never want to play that on Moto. Even playing it in paper was pretty miserable. I proxied it up and play tested it a little bit, and it was pretty yikes, dude. Yeah, we're keeping that. Or against Luris again. Yeah. That last one actually could have been fine. We just were a bit unlucky. Like, we're playing engineers in the deck. We haven't seen them ever when they've been relevant. I swear to God, everyone in the world is playing. At some point, I will stand each day at Wizards with an unbanned Mox Opal poster. I'm in, buddy. Let's go. Do I want Pyrite Spellbomb or Chromatic Star? I want Chromatic Star in play. Bring back Lantern. I mean, I'm going to play Lantern again. I definitely will be playing Lantern again at some point. Yep. They actually do not have... No, they take the Thopter Foundry here, and then they just kill my Emry when I play it, I assume. But I wanted to say they didn't have a great choice here. Oh, don't worry, we'll play Lantern again. I can't stay away from a deck that's that wonderfully awful. How much am I not interested in taking damage? Probably a lot. Never lucky. Did not mill any swords. Little push. Yay! We need to play an artifact-based deck that has Chalice in it. They definitely have a lightning bolt in their hand, right? I just, like, I feel like I'm 100% supposed to try to, like, get them here and just pick off the Death Shadow with Pyrite Spellbomb. They have 4 cards. They played 0 bolts. I don't think they have any other card that can save it. And I guess the follow-up question is, what is the value of having the Pyrite Spellbomb in play? Also, if I don't crack the Pyrite Spellbomb this turn, though, then they have to bolt me if they want to play a Scourge of the Skyclaves, and then I get to Pyrite Spellbomb the Death Shadow after that. So that's okay. That's why I'm not gonna try to kill the Death Shadow. It's basically just there's not enough upside, and then on top of that, so we'll go bottom top. I will draw that next turn probably. Having the Pyrite Spellbomb in play gives me some options that I won't have if I don't have it in play, and keeping my life total exactly 20 is still important. Okay, so they now have the 3/3 Shadow. Now they crack me down to 17, and then they play the Scourge. But then we're going to play Urza, so maybe we'll be okay. We will see. They did throw a Fatal Push already, so... No Thoughtseize, please. Oh, no, they would have Thoughtseize pre-combat. Scourge! Yep. I want to draw the Chromatic Star? Yeah, I do. Yeah, perfect. Okay. They don't have any fetch lands right now. So They can't push Urza. So Urza should be pretty safe here. Push on the token would be less ideal. I think I'll take a swamp. I don't really need it. No, but I want triple blue without having to hurt myself. There we go. Urza. Lord High Artificer. Tap my Pyrite Spellbomb. Yar. 'Tis a Chromatic Star. And then we can Pyrite Spellbomb if we need to. We can also crack Witching Well EOT. So we're doing all right. If they push, we draw two. Yeah. They can't push, though. Oh, yeah, they can push that. Yeah. I just feel like I'm 100% to die if they push it. Like, I honestly feel like I'm just about to get Teamer Battle Rage. Like, just bolt Teamer Battle Rage, kill you. Just because it happens every time. Especially because they're tanking. What do you got, nerd? So the Death Shadow is a 6/6 right now, effectively. So we're going to block the bigger creature. It won't matter if they have the right card, but there's no way Urza gets to live here, unfortunately. TBR or Bolt? Bolt. Bolts me. Bolts me again? Jesus. And just dead to the Scourge. That's some bull. They were more likely to have a TBR than they were to have double push, though. So I'm not mad about the choice that I made. It's just super unfortunate. All right, so these things. Pithing Needle's no good. Damping Sphere's not great. I just want to cut all the Emrys, to be honest. I think that's the right way to go here. If you block the Scourge, they would have pointed themselves and you'd be dead no matter what. Oh, there you go. So. What? No. No, I wouldn't. The Death Shadow started off as a 3/3. The biggest they could make it was 12. Fetch, shock, bolt themselves. So that's not true. Because I was at 15? They killed me because they went bolt. I went to 9. The Skyclave was 11. But they were more likely to have a single TBR than a lightning bolt. Urza blocks the 6/6. The 6/6 hits me for 4 and then 6, so I take 8. But it hits me before... yeah, 2 and then 6, which is 8. But the 2 makes the Skyclave bigger, and the Skyclave would hit me for 7. So I think I die if they just had the TBR. Basically, it doesn't matter. As long as they had TBR and a bolt or whatever. And we didn't even have a solid plan for the next turn anyway. We had speculation. I don't think we can play that. All right. Let's win this one. Yeah, that's a very good opener. An opponent mulligans. It's not a great opener, but it is pretty good. If I wanted to play out my EE on 0 on turn 1, that with the Nihil Spellbomb, that they could Inquisition. If they Inquisition, they'd have to take Sword of the Meek, but I don't think they actually play Inquisition. I think they're only playing Thoughtseize, which is unfortunate. And you would think that would make their deck like more inconsistent, but they have so much card draw nowadays with all the modern card draw stuff. Night's Whisper doing good work for them. Not that Night's Whisper is new. Night's Whisper from 5th Dawn. It's old technology. Taylor, huh? It's good for me. Oh, tap land EE on 1. Yeah. Their opening was not insane, but then again, neither was mine. So, my deck doesn't have insane openings, so that's fair. Woo indeed. Are they playing Light Up the Stage too? Jesus Christ, they have a lot of card draw if that's the case. Oh, Scourge. Sure. Okay, so before they hit us, we'll probably pop the EE on 1. Oh, and then I guess I have to... Sure. Would that I could whir, but I can't. Sure. God damn it. It's so goofy. Can I take my Urza? Probably not. I doubt they care. They took the Urza. Wild. I wonder if they have another discard spell. Okay. So I've got to pop my Nihil Spellbomb now if I want to draw a card off of it. And if I want to be able to cast Whir next turn, I have to fetch Shock for that. I also won't have any artifacts in play next turn if I don't. So basically, I can put myself in a super awkward position if I want to stop taking 2 damage but end up taking 2 damage. But I guess it's probably worth doing. Or I just take this, and then next turn I go Spire of Industry, get the bridge, and then hope that they don't have removal for it. So we're just going to take the damage here, which seems wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's not. So they have to specifically have an Abrade or Kolaghan's Command, some kind of shatter effect to beat the Whir. I guess they could sneak the Swift Spear underneath the bridge for now, but that's fine. I'm not super concerned about it. I'll take one to get another island instead of having to do that otherwise. Goes to combat. Does not go to combat. Okay. So basically they just have to have KCOM or a Braid here. Boing. Okay. That's all I got. Oh my god. Just not even... Yeah. Do they also have a way to make this attack lethal? Looks like not. Oh no. Oh no, okay. It's just a +1 damage. Well, they're about to put me to 2. They don't need much to get over the edge here. Okay, they didn't have it. Amazing. So, stay of execution, I guess. Spire. I need to pop this EE. So we'll just play the Spellskite, but that actually is fine because I don't need to play the sword out because they're just gonna have push, huh? Jesus. I guess I can draw a card in response. There's almost 0% chance that this does anything for me, but I should have left the red open. Didn't matter. Okay. Just 0 for 4 against black-red mid-range there. They just had it all both times. Brutal. Brutal, 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 brutal. Alright, final match. Let's get a 3-2. I would like to have a 3-2 to my name. Alright. I mean, it's a good opener. How many times have we said that tonight? Alright. Witching well? Thising well. Yeah. I don't think I need a second Metallic Rebuke, but the land is not unwelcome. I don't have red mana. This is going to be the first game where we're going to top deck a Goblin Engineer. Snow-covered swamp. Black mana Thoughtseize. Jesus, just everyone playing the Thoughtseize. So clearly we should be playing Sultai Urza so that we can play Veil of Summer. I mean, that's really the only solution I can think of. And to be perfectly honest, we're really not playing that many red cards. We're playing 2 in the main deck, and we're playing a couple of sideboard cards that are really not particularly relevant. So maybe Sultai is the place to be right now. All right. Are we going to assume that EE on 1 has text? I think we can. Okay. They're probably a Scourge of Skyclaves deck, though, so... Is it Tide Hollow Sculler? Could be the Skuda. Okay. Hey, we might get to play Urza this game. That'd be sweet. I've always wanted to play Urza in my Urza deck. Alright, so we'll just hold that. Yeah, we're just jamming here. There's not too many instant options that they have to remove Urza. I guess Path to Exile. Jesus. Okay. I mean, I guess we're gonna get to crack this Witching Well, and we got a 3/3 out of it, so maybe relevant. Although they could just Scourge of Skyclaves and take my Witching Well now. I don't know what they're playing. Oh, it's Dead Guy Ale, huh? Alright, that's fair enough. Batterskill? This is why I want to play blue-white Urza Blade, I think. So we can play the... Oh, Sword of Fire and Ice. Huh, wild. Okay. Oh, because if they have 1 mana, they can play an equip. But they should have seen my Metallic Rebuke, so they should know that's not going to work. But we'll see if they're actually paying attention. Please jam your sword. No. Come on. So I rebuke it. Well, they could drop the sword in anyway. That's fine. Please pay for this. I was supposed to tap my artifact so I could sack my Witching Well. And I knew I was supposed to do that, and I mentioned it earlier, and then I just plumb didn't. Because I was so basically annoyed by their Inquisition there. Which I really shouldn't be. Should be a bigger player than that. Come on. Come on, buddy. Ooh, Pyrite Spellbomb. Arr. 'Tis a mighty, explosive rock. Get 'em, boys. Construct smash. Okay. Oh, they have the Batterskull. Oh my god. Well, they are going to trade. So, that's really not the worst, I guess. Oh, they don't block. Oh, I guess they wouldn't. Oh. And now they can put the... This is very frustrating. So what do I have in my deck that I can draw that isn't any way relevant right now? Engineered Explosives, Engineer Emry, Sword Foundry, and Pithing Needle. Okay, so yeah, let's just crack this Witching Realm now. Leave up the best mana. Okay. I mean... if that's how we're going to do it. So the question is, do I want to get Ensnaring Bridge or Sword of the Meek? I think we get Sword of the Meek because assuming that my other engineer survives for next turn, then we can get whatever else we want with that. Oh, the engineer is going to get shot down by the sword. So we're not going to get to keep the engineer no matter what. Shit. God damn it. Okay. Pass the turn. We're in a position where we can top deck quite a number of cards that will put us in a very good position, though. Yeah, I can't block that. Shock my Goblin. Yup. Alright. Good. Thank goodness. Okie dokie. I've got a 4/4 construct, but yeah. So let's see what's on top. Polluted Delta. Jesus. Alright, well, we can shuffle. So put the other sword in our graveyard. I guess that's no good if they have a way to remove my graveyard, which I'm not going to assume they have in their main deck, but it does thin my deck in sort of the best way possible. And then we'll cycle the Spellbomb. Okay. My construct can block the Batterskull this turn, and then I can activate my engineer next turn, so maybe? Perhaps? It's not the worst draw in the world. Can hit Batterskull with that, so if we ever kill the Germ token, then it's just not coming back. Been tapping my mana just god awful lately. Just always tapping off colors for no good reason. So not a good way to be. Not a good way to be. Probably should have buried the Ensnaring Bridge, actually, though, since I have a way to keep my engineer alive. I didn't realize it until afterwards, but hey. You're only human, as the great Calculon would say. Epic, though. Oh, Lingering Souls. Pfft. That's not going to beat an army of Thopters. I mean, I can counter that one, but why bother? I suppose the downside is my Thopters are blue, which you may not be aware of. So if I really need to protect the engineer right now, though. All right. So they can get the sword through every turn. So the engineer is going to get to bring back my Thopter Foundry, and then if they know how all their cards work. Oh, but we can Pithing Needle the sword, so they can't move it. All right. But then the Germ keeps the sword. What's up, Ryan? 100495. All right. Well, hopefully we'll just draw a way to deal with the other things. Sick rip. That's a sick rip. NGL. It's a good top deck. So that can block the Germ with the sword on it, and I'm easily going to have enough thought. Oh, no, wait. I just win the game. Doy. God, you know, when you don't like playing infinite combo decks, you don't see the line when they come up. You don't see the line when they come up. Yeah, let's try the construct. Okay, opponent. Let's go for a ride. Do 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 do. Tap that, activate this, pay a mana, sack a sword. Alright, so I am going to get, I need to get my Pithing Needle into play so that we don't have to do that nonsense nonstop. Oh, I shouldn't have sacked the construct because I can't block with anything right now against the Germ. But I'm at an infinite life, so it doesn't matter. So, okay. I don't know. At the end of their turn, I will do this as many times as I need to if they make me, I guess. Or in response to their removal spell. Now, I did not play the music there, so we should do the... It's gonna take forever. Let's see. Sophie's still gonna beat the blue Thopters. I mean, not really though, right? I have an infinite number of Thopters. Like, I don't even know what this attack is. Just whatever life total they're at end of turn, I'm going to make that number of Thopters +2 because they have 2 cards in hand. Like, they can shock my engineer here. It's fine. +3 cards. They have 3 cards in hand. Pay 3. Do it. Bold nerd. I said that way before the Urza. Oh, okay, got it. All right, resolves. You got a Tide Hollow Sculler. All right, friends. All right. Activate. Activate. That thing. Activate. Activate. That thing. Oh, they scooped. Thank you, opponent. All right, so black, white, mid-range. So I feel like Aether Grid is probably very much at home in this matchup. Bloodchief Sources is fine. Feed the Swarm is probably super important for the Haymaker Graveyard Hate that's about to come out. And then I don't know about too much else here. We don't have any K-Com, Shatter Effects, anything of that nature. I guess Sorcerous Spyglass is nice because it hits their equipment. So we don't need Damping Sphere. We don't need Nihil Spellbomb, I assume. Well, yeah, I don't really think I need it because the only thing they're really doing is Rip. No, not Rip. Lingering Souls. And I don't think I need Metallic Rebukes. Especially on the draw. I think I'm pretty happy with this, but I will be back in a second and maybe reconsider. All right. Am I happy here, or do I want Ashiok? I feel like if we get behind, that's no good. I think I'm pretty happy about the way we sideboarded. Okay, let's rock and rumble. Oh, that's not a great opening hand, but I'm probably getting Thoughtseized into Oblivion, so I'm going to keep it and pray because I'm a bad player. I cannot cast a single card in this hand, FYI. Not one. But one assumes that Dead Guy Ale and a mull to 6 is going to give me the time to find what I need. Sacred Foundry. That does not cast most of their spells. So we can safely assume that their hand is party medium as well. Now I have a Chromatic Star, so now I can play all sorts of the spells in my hand. Victory. Marsh Flats. No Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, well, that's a pretty sick draw. Let's go get one of my swords. Goblin Engineer reporting for duty. Ah, buddy. Wah. It's okay. You're doing Urza's work here. You died for the greater good. The greater good. The greater good. Continues to play nothing, eh? Yeah. I want to draw the card. I don't love playing Thopter Foundry out here, but it's what I'm going to do. I mean, I guess it's probably fine. Celestial Purge. Scoop? Also an option. They're going to have Skyclave Apparition, probably. Just immediately. Kolaghan's Command? A Braid? Wear Tear. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We're back to not being able to cast anything. Yikes. Little Chromatic Star was doing so much work. Man, their all removal hand is it's brutalizing me. So, yeah, let's get Watery Grave. Gets me a little closer to being able to cast Whir. I don't know which of my chonky plays I want to make here. Probably Emry. Bridge is just literal nothing right now, so let's just jam Emry. I bet they're holding Batterskull. Batterskull and 2 removal spells. That's my money. There's one of those removal spells I was talking so much about. They haven't played any discard this game. That's a little surprising. Double fetch. Interesting. Basics. Oh no. I'm about to get hella Blood Moon, aren't I? Oh, God, that's such shit. Oh, man. Stupid 3-color decks. Where's my Astrolabes? God damn it. I hate this crap so much. We have 0 Aether Gusts in our sideboard, by the by. 0. Just literal none. What a great game of Magic Gathering we're playing here. Oh, they're not holding the Batterskull. I think they would have played it there. Sure. If I draw a blue, if I draw an island, we can jam our Emry in. Do we have another one? No, we don't have another one. What was I thinking of? Whatever. We have 1 swamp in the whole deck. Oh, the Emry's under the Tidal Skull. Haha! You're helping me race you. I mean, that's a very real card. If it survives. They've got 2 more cards in their hand, and they're almost definitely both removal spells. But this is a card. Okay, the trigger's resolving without them having killed it in response. I mean, that is some hope. I don't need any of these things. So I think I just bury a Witching Well, because that will eventually give me value. The first thing we're going to rotate out of our graveyard if we can, if we are allowed to weld, is Thopter Foundry, because we can immediately start making Thopters. We don't have anything that taps for mana. Oh no. Oh no, we have a Chromatic Star. Oh! Okay. Okay. I think I'm getting black, because then we could just Blood Chief's Thirst this down. Also, if I pick up Feed the Swarm, I can kill the Blood Moon. We're definitely getting black here. Well. Trigger. I'll take that. Thank you. Batterskull. No. I wasn't serious. Don't do it. Sword? Fair enough. Alright, I haven't... Oh, no, I already flipped my other one. That's good. Island. Not good enough, deck. I know you're trying. Alright, let's pick up our Feed the Swarm. One of our Feed the Swarms. I need it soon, because I cannot take out much more of this. Take the Emry. Yeah. Feed the Swarm. Feed the Swarm. I've got 2 more shots. This is going to be Sword. Lingering Souls. Okay. I have 1 more shot. Yeah, it has to be this draw. I don't even think it's good enough if it is. I can do that for 2 colors. So I can play this on 0 and kill all the spirits, but we're still going to die to the Skyclave. So, alright, we're going game 3. Should have been ready for Blood Moon against any red deck, but I wasn't. There it was. Alright, little too far away. Yeah, I don't... We were tapped out when they Blood Mooned us, so it wasn't really, wasn't anything we could do about it. And we were just kind of color screwed off of the Inventors Fair from the early turns. The Inventors Fair really feels like it's... I don't know. The Academy Runes and the Inventors Fair have both caused us color problems a couple times. I don't know if it's actually a problem, but it certainly has felt like it. All right, let's roll. Yeah, that's a reasonable opener. I think we'll just jam Pithing Needle on Stoneforge Mystic on turn 1. Like, I don't see any downside to that. And then we'll go fetch... maybe we'll just start fetching basics right off the bat. Yeah, that actually makes the most sense to me. We do want to get 2 islands and a swamp, but we don't have the option to do that yet, so we'll just wait on the Delta for a little bit. Stoneforge Masterwork? No. Stoneforge Mystic. Mystic. And then if they don't Thoughtseize us, probably just jamming EE on 2. Because then that sort of takes care preemptively of Tide Hollow Sculler trying to mess with me. I suppose I could wait until next turn and try to get the EE on 3 to deal with a Blood Moon, but I think our mana is just going to be kind of good enough that that's really not going to be a concern. So I think I'm happy to just do this way. Dreadbore. Well, that certainly will kill Urza, or a Goblin Engineer, or an Emry. But that won't do anything about my artifacts, so I'm pretty happy to see that. And that's a Feed the Swarm. That's a good draw. Okay. So, let's go get Basic Swamp, because we need to have one so that we can beat Blood Moon. And just get this bridge out of my hand. So we're pretty well insulated against most of the things they could come at us with. The real issue is, like, how are we going to actually win? We haven't done anything that helps us win yet, but we've got time to draw it up. I also wonder if they do have a Blood Moon here, like, they will have no access to other colors. Okay, they will have white, but oh, Scourge. God bless it. Well, there goes my bridge. Oh. Odd. I guess it gives me a 0/0 token. That's not a good draw. I'm happy to pass here. It's not a great situation to be in. I guess if they have Sculler in their hand, they're just going to Sculler now, and then they take my Feed the Swarm, and they've just locked us all up. But, I mean, I don't really feel like killing a Skyclave Apparition right now and getting nothing out of it. If we draw a couple of non-land cards would be great. Then we can get this bridge going. All right. Draw or upkeep something? No, okay. Well, Emry's just gonna die to that Dreadbore, but I'm not playing Emry. I mean, really don't think there's any point in trying to sandbag her. And we milled nothing but lands. That's kind of great. I mean, the island is not my favorite thing that we milled, but would really like to draw a Whir of Invention. Please, Dreadbore my Emry. Well, they've definitely drawn enough of their basics that now they'll feel pretty comfortable to cast the Blood Moon. They do not. At least not pre-combat. Okay. I would like to draw a Witching Well. Goblin. Jeez, oh man. I mean, I guess I have to kill their Skyclave. I mean, I have the backup one, but this is frustrating. Like, in this game, can I draw an Urza? Urza will be multiple card draws. Like, that would be great. Clearly this deck needs to be playing copies of Night's Whisper. I wonder if they have any Stoneforge Mystics in their hand. Ooh. Okay. That's a card. Okay. I'm happy to leave it in play for now. Because if they Thoughtseize me or anything, they just can't attack. But that is terrifying. Oh no. Are they gonna bolt me? That doesn't help them much. Bolts themselves. Wild. But now it's a 4/4 and it can't attack. Oh no. And they have the Wear Tear? Good lord. Okay, I guess that's on me for not killing the Scourge. Oh boy. Oh my god. I'm gonna be so low, I'm not gonna be able to kill it. The point of playing Skyclave Demon plus Batterskull. I mean, they're just both good cards, I guess. You know? Like well, that's a really good draw. Well, it's not really good. Good enough? Good enough. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's... People play non-bows all the time, so I'm not surprised that someone's playing those two cards together, but, I mean, yeah, you're right. Well, I can put 2 Thopters into play, go up to 4, and start whirring in and killing them, so... I'm not going to. At maximum, I'm going to make 1, but... Because the turn 1 Pithing Needle on Stoneforge Mystic was to stop them from getting an early start that was so lethal. This is going to be Culligan's command, isn't it? Rakdos Charm. Jesus. OP has my number. They just came so ready. Oh, Rakdos Charm, though, can kill me when I combo. No, it can't, because I gain life for every Thopter. 2 Rakdos Charms could get me good. Interesting. Unless I had an EE on 0, because then I could make a lot of Thopters, gain life off of all of them, and then pop the EE on 0 and kill them before the Rakdos Charm resolves. So... I'd like to draw an Urza now, please. I haven't milled any. Legacy has a mono black non-bow that plays Dark Ritual and a bunch of 1-drops, Chalice for 1. Yeah. Oh man, I don't want to draw that Urza anymore. Urza? Ugh. So stupid. Ah. I'll kill you. Doink. What is this? Oh. Well, it's okay, because I already played both my Feed the Swarms, so... Don't even worry about it, friend. Don't even worry about it. Don't even trip, dog. Don't even trip. Have you seen the 5-0 list from Tobiash? No, I haven't. I heard something about him playing some kind of deck, but I would love someone to link that to me, because I did not pay enough attention to catch it for whatever reason. Probably because I'm just not as hooked in as I should be right now. What do you got? More artifact removal? Rakdos Charm. Each creature deals 1 damage to its controller. Okay. They also have a lightning bolt? Shit, I bet they do. No, come on. I'm 1 life away? Oh, what a terrible way to lose a league. They're on the Discord in the Whurza part. Okay. Well, that was a shame. That was just such a silly way to lose that. Just the Blood Moons came down, Scourge of the Skyclave, they had the Self-Bolt and everything. And we were going to draw Chromatic Star into Urza there. Brutal. So Whurza Ascendancy combo? Ooh. I don't know if I'm interested in playing that. So what do we think about Grixis Whurza? This deck is fine. It's, apparently it's not very good against Black-Red Skyclave, or Black-Red Scourge Shadow. I'm sure you could alter the list to have it be better. Like, in this instance, we've got some flex slots in the main deck here, which are all Metallic Rebuke, and that's not great in that matchup, whereas Fatal Push is much, much, much more useful. But it does depend on how grindy they are. We did have some pretty brutal luck in some of the games, though, so not that I want to say that this deck is better than it performed here, but I think it's probably better than it performed here. And then this sideboard is randomly kind of... I just don't know exactly what this player was thinking with it, and it's probably not the way that I would build it. That said, I think we're going to move on to this 80-card Urian pile that Jiggy built that should be an absolute blast to play. It's got Arreo and Song of Creation and all the good stuff, so we're just going to play all the good cards in a second, and we will be right back with that one. Stick around.
Ahoy there, minnows.
Ahoy, have you seen this man?
Pete, you got some customers. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't divulge information about that customer's secret illegal account. Oh, crap. I shouldn't have said he was a customer. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I shouldn't have said it was a secret. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I shouldn't have said he was a customer. Oh, crap. I certainly shouldn't have said it was illegal. Oh, crap. It's too hot today.
No, we're looking for this man.
Pete, you got some customers. Not a quarter.
Oh, we're about to get jiggy with it. What's up, Skull Clamp MTG? Have you been killing O1s and drawing cards?
Trampoline! Trampoline!
Alright, I'm grabbing a beer, and I will be back. We will be playing this shit. Trying to crush some nerds. Although I gotta get Moto logging in. Trembopoline.
Thank you. Now let's give it